it's fine. So I've been a bit busy lately, and here's one of the reasons why. The valve behind my master shower is somewhere up there. It basically exploded, flooded my whole master bathroom, basically not usable at all, and it came down this wall, flooded my whole downstairs. It stopped only right there, about at the kitchen. Some of those extra floorboards will have to come up and get replaced. Been a lot of work, been a lot of stuff to deal with. Here's my master toilet. Obviously it's been a ton of fun, but that's why I haven't been posting a whole lot of videos and stuff about the 3D printing or the automotive stuff. Also been working on a few wood related projects for my wife. Got to refinish this dresser. Did get it sanded and it's looking pretty good. Which now brings us to the 350Z. So if you caught one of my shorts, I posted about picking up a new motor for the 350Z. And if you know Nissan motors, you'll recognize that this is a VQ37HR. I verified it. It's actually a little tab way down on the bottom side, kind of where the starter goes. It is a VQ37 out of a G37, and it's basically missing everything. It's no accessories, no mass airflow sensor, no ECU. The wiring harness was chopped, but I got a smoking deal. But I have no idea when I'm going to get around to actually installing it. Clearly it needs, like I said, all the accessories. While I'm at it, I'm going to do a manual swap. The Z is automatic currently, so I got to wait to buy a manual transmission. And then of course, all the other required parts. So the engine swap, manual transmission swap, obviously pretty far out. I'm not really sure when I'm going to get around to that. I don't really have the budget for that. Money's been going to the house, the backyard and stuff like that. We've only recently moved in the house, so a lot of the money's kind of tied up here. I'm trying to expand some of the tools I have. I'm trying to upgrade 3D scanners. Hopefully I can do that in the near future. So I do drive the Z a bunch around town. The brakes are terrible. There's definitely a pretty bad vibration or heavy braking, so I need to fix that before I do anything else. And instead of spending the money to just replace what's there, I might as well upgrade, especially if I'm going to keep the car. I'm weighing out some of the options. I'm looking at prices, but the video should be coming out real soon. I'm going to be doing an upgrade, and I'm trying to do it as budget friendly as possible. The options are basically 350Z Brembo or 370Z Acciabano. They're pretty close in price, honestly. The calipers are a little bit cheaper for the 370, go figure, they're larger, but they require a bracket where the 350Z just bolts right on, no bracket needed. And the pads and the rotors are very, very similar. Lines are the same, and then obviously brake fluid needs to be done no matter what. So now the Frontier parts are coming along. If you saw my Instagram post, or actually I think a community tab post on YouTube, see the fog light trim is actually finished for the driver's side. It's actually installed, it looks great. I need to get around to actually finishing a video for it. I have the passenger side one right here. It's really nice. It's still unfinished, just 3D printed. Actually really good print, but you can see some of the edges are not quite as nice as the finished painted one. We get it installed, finished, painted, all that good stuff. So stay tuned for that video as well. I also have a third, maybe fourth version of the grill insert coming. It was a little bit bigger than I can print in one piece, and I was really hoping for some better detail, so I actually outsourced it to a company, and they are 3D printing it out of SLA resin. So hopefully quality is good. I've never used this company before. It's a pretty big part, so obviously they must have a pretty large machine to handle 3D printing an SLA part that's like 18 inches wide or something like that. It's a pretty big part. That should save me a bunch of time on sanding and painting and stuff like that. If it comes out good, I could do some light finish work and then hopefully start casting them and making replicas, duplicates of that part, and then hopefully start selling them. Hopefully it comes sooner than later, because the included grill insert is disgusting, and it doesn't look much better without one at all. So I've looked into upgrading 3D scanners, and I'm trying to line one up. I'm trying to get an Nissan HX or something similar, just to get a little bit higher detail, higher resolution, faster scan data, because the Einscan SP I have and the Einstar are not really sufficient for what I'm trying to do. So I'm trying to figure out, I don't really want to take out of savings. My wife's not a big fan of trying to spend $12,000 on a 3D scanner, so I got to figure out some other creative financing options. But hopefully I can figure out something and then get the Einscan HX on order, and then hopefully like really crank out some new parts and some cool scan data. But that's gonna be a wrap for today. I just wanted to keep it kind of short, give you guys some updates on what I'm working on, and I'll see you on the next one.